Feminine for the 2017-2018 season of winter and into spring in Canada. So that runs from December to March of 2018. The first card we get is inspiration. So, and like I was saying on my page, there's a lot of Aries who are getting a lot of good energy coming over this. That's what I feel anyway, over this season. Over the fall, really, they've been getting a lot of good energy. So that good energy has been fielding some inspiration, feeling inspired to go new places, do new things. The next card I get is strategy. So not only are they feeling inspired, but they're also going to take some strategic steps to make things happen. They're planning in their mind. I'm getting a sense that these Aries are really in the planning stages and not just of things that are frivolous either. I mean, things they want to incorporate into their life and have been for a while, and they're going to move to get that happening. The next card I get is peace. So having a sense of peace, and I feel like the peace comes from the fact that they know where they're going and they're planning to make sure that they know where they're going to go, and they know how they're going to carry it out. So that's bringing a sense of calm and peace that is really a blessing to have through all of this time of change. Now the next card I get is redemption. So there may be a situation here where they, okay, I'm trying to translate here. I was going to say they may be feeling like they have to be redeemed, but I'm feeling like they are the conduit for someone else to feel redemption. So you have to be aware of that. I'm going to continue because the redemption here, it's like, no, they are the validation point for this person that needs to feel the redemption. So I think that the Aries may, in the beginning of this session, feel like they know who this person is. They're always having to validate them. That's the one that's needing all the redemption. Not necessarily you. It's just you validating them. So beware of that. The next card I get is release. So there's energies here need to be released, and feeling like in a, I don't want to say violent way, but in a fiery way, right? Because you look at the card and it's like, let it go already. Get rid of it. Get out of this zone. There's something holding you back. And I feel like Aries is really on the cusp of what we are now in the universal field. I feel like Aries is right on that, right on the front seat of the bus, and they're going, yeah, they're seeing it first. They're going, I need to release this, but they're having a hard time doing it, but yet they know it's got to go. So there's something here that's got to go, and they're just kind of taking their time letting go of it, releasing it. Now the last card I get is healing. So it's funny because the release card, as I put them on the spread here, and I think I'm going to put the actual spread on the screen at the end of the program here, because the release card is beckoning the healing card. So if you release, you shall be free, right? You shall start to heal, because I feel like as long as you're hanging on to that thing, that it may be a person, it may be a situation, as long as you're hanging on to that energy, there is no room for complete healing. You may feel like you're tricking yourself into healing, but you're absolutely not getting there in the proper way until you release that energy that needs to go. And I feel you're quite aware of it. I feel like you may be feeling that other person's dependency on you and their redemption. You're trying to help redeem them, but you need to redeem yourself and let go. So releasing seems to be the key here. And that release, after the release, you will start to heal in areas that I think you didn't know that you were needing healing in. So we'll go from there. Now, I decided to take 3 tarot cards to kind of highlight some things here. I just wanted to see if there was some situations here that need to be dealt with. So that's the 3 tarot cards. We'll be dealing with that. And then I also gave a surrender card, so what you need to let go of. And then a fortune card for things that can expand or good things that can come your way. And if the fortune card is not good, then that means that's another block. I mean, there's things here that you need to really get past. So the first tarot card I get in a situational is the Two of Cups. So the Two of Cups may be the area that we're talking about here, the love, right? Love area. This is what we're dealing with. This may be the energy that's coming across. I mean, having to let something go in the love sector is not fun, especially if we're being someone's crutch, which is what I'm getting from the pyramid spread, is that there's a crutch here and you're kind of allowing yourself to be that person's crutch, but they really need to go on a different journey than the one that you're kind of allowing them. You're allowing them to hide from, really, because that's what it is. As long as you take in that energy, they're allowed to hide from the reality of where they need to go, and that's something that needs to be released. So Two of Cups showing that center, there it is. That's what needs to be let go, is that partner that you're with. The next card is the Three of Wands, and the Three of Wands is really about looking to the future. What can I have? And it's in an empty way, and I'm not saying empty as in void, but I'm saying empty as in you can have whatever you want. You can fill your platter with whatever you want. And if we're talking about love here, you can go in any direction you want. You're free to do that, to pick and choose. And at this point, I feel like the Aries are in a position, okay, where they know and they can know, and they're on their way to knowing exactly what it is that they want. Now, the last card we get is the Chariot. So the Chariot is really that movement. What we have is a yearning for a connection here, and I feel like they have one, but it may be corrupt in a certain way. And I'm saying corrupt is a pretty harsh word. I'm saying it's kind of broken. It's okay, you know, you can do it, you can keep going, but it is interiorly, spiritually, it's not sound. We're not being spiritually fulfilled in that way, so we need to move forward. And the Three of Wands is that looking forward, looking for options in your future. And then the Chariot is actually taking action on that. So there's really a clear path here that these Aries women, right, because we're talking about the feminines, they're going to be in a position where they're going to look for new ventures in love, and that is going to help them. And that is really what is the major energy here, is the decision, the planning, and the strategy, and then going in the way of that's going to help them gain the peace, right? Because they're going to feel more fulfilled in that way. Now, for the surrender card, we get surrender the idea you can fix someone. It's time for a relationship to shift. So basically, the whole reading is supporting this, is basically your block in this relationship is blocking you from moving forward. So it doesn't work to try to fix someone. Each person must be accountable for his or her own healing. If that is not conducive to you, you need to move to the next one that is. And that's really what's stated here. So very clear cut. Needs to be the idea that you can fix someone. So that's the relationship that you're in. You're trying to fix it, it's refusing to fix, so you cannot do that. So you need to let that go and move forward. Now, the fortune card you get is the Dragonfly. So have confidence during this time of great joy, renewal, and connection to spirit. So you really, I feel like these Aries people are really intuitively on that ground, because a while back we're getting our egos mixed up with intuition, and so I didn't feel that they were on the right track. Now I feel like they're more in line with what it is that the universe wants them to do and where they want to go. So I feel like this Dragonfly is just a validation of that now we're in our intuition and we're directly lined up with where we need to go. We need to now go there confidently. So it seems like for the Aries women, there may be a relationship that you have that needs to go or needs to shift. And you cannot change something that has been habitually that way from the beginning of time type thing. I feel like this is a long-term thing where the person's been there and been saying, you know, this needs to change, that needs to change, and not getting any kind of proof positive in the way that this person is going to change in past, future behavior, that kind of thing. You know, the past is a predictor of what you're going to do in the future, and it really is what's going to happen here. So we just need to move forward, and it's really, I get the signal, it's all clear. And not only that, you really will have not only have time, but you'll have the mental facilities to go and focus and go after exactly what it is you want. So that's really very important, because Aries are excellent manifestors. They're in the fire, right? They're in the action, and they're active in their mind, and they're active in their body. They go out and they do the things. They think of it, then they do it. And that's their energy field. And so when you manifest from that center that I'm going to do this confidently, then that walkway unfolds for you. You just start walking, and you know you're going, and that's the kind of energy that I'm feeling, is they're starting to understand. If not understanding, they're starting to strategize to make the plans to get to where they want to be. And it seems like for the women, it's a relationship that they're wanting to come from and go to. And they're making their strategy, and they're going to start walking. And I feel like the walk-in is going to happen closer to the beginning of spring. So we're talking February, March of 2018. This is when they're going to start really going forward confidently. I feel not like the end of this series. I'm saying series, but from December to March, right, of 17 to 18. So towards March of 18, that's where these Aries are going to really, they're going to get their momentum, and they're just going to go off. And that's really what you need to do. That's in alignment with the universe. That's what's truly needed here. And in fact, it's so much so that if you keep with this, is just a block for you. It's just blocking your progress forward. So if you feel like certain areas aren't opening up, this is why you need to cut. So hopefully that is kind of drastic news, and I don't like, but it's very very driven in the cards, the direction you need to go. So hopefully that helps you. So for the Aries Feminine, that is the reading for the winter and into spring of 2017-2018 season. So thank you for stopping by. Thank you for listening. Take care, be kind, and have fun.